What's up, mechanics? Hope everyone had a good weekend. Happy Tuesday. Welcome back to episode 50 of Tool Tuesday here at the VIM Tools headquarters. It is
5-0.
flying by.
The big 5-0.
2023 just blasted through.
TT's getting old.
Yeah.
But we're still pushing. We're growing. We're pushing. This was experimental, if at best, at first, and it's turned into something kind of fun.
What, the Tool Tuesday?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. We went into this just because we weren't doing anything before, so we were like, let's do something.
Let's see if it takes off. And it hasn't, destroyed the media, but it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is
Pretty
really
cool
helpful
segment.
being able to talk to you guys and get feedback.
It has helped a lot, and it's an easy way for us to, talk to customers directly.
And we've made changes based on things that you guys have said.
100%, 100p.
We have. And we have a few more based on comments from last week.
Yes, we do.
So, we asked a few questions last week, and you guys gave us your opinions, which were very helpful, and we take that into consideration. So just know that we are listening.
Yeah, so all the different answers that we got what, 45 comments last week? Just because your comment hasn't been directly answered does not mean it's not in the pool for consideration on our upcoming sets. It's just that we don't know what we're going to do, so it'd be kind of, I don't want to say hollow, but like an empty answer if we were to say, hey, yeah, good idea, we're going to use it, because I don't know which one we're using yet. But they're all being evaluated, and they're all being taken into consideration. That being said, keep commenting. That's how we make products that serve you best.
Yes. Now, we do have a few comments or questions
That we can address directly.
And these questions come from multiple videos because people comment all the time. So, someone commented on the RFW 100 short that is on our page, and if you haven't seen it, go check it out. The ratcheting flare nut wrenches. A breaker bar that was used in that video, someone said, where can I get that breaker bar that has those detents?
The indexing breaker bar?
Yeah.
That any tool truck. That part number is IBB for indexing breaker bar. The 1/4 inch is 410. The 3/8 is 614. And the 1/2 inch is 818. So IBB, 410, 614, 818. That's
Indexing breaker bar. IBB. Now, from Daniel Brown, he says, need some more motorcycle tools, specifically Harleys. We have some already, like the DD2 and DD3 when we came out with those. The biggest application was
because of the tight access.
A lot of the pictures that we took of that product were on Harleys.
Yep.
Because that's where we saw the most use for them. So check those out.
The VH77, a lot of people have bought those for Harleys.
Yeah.
All of our tight access stuff, really. And we just came out with our finger ratchets, but in a SAE version, not just for Harley, for motorcycles, but for aviation as well. And that was the request behind it, motorcycle aviation. So we came out with a standard version of our FPRW finger ratchets, which is FPRW S100 for standard.
Yeah, people have been asking that for a while. So, but we're going to do a lot more for motorcycles and Harleys. Just stay tuned. I need a part number for the nail pliers that you showed a few weeks ago.
These guys, they are almost done. We're working out a few kinks, but they are pretty much done. They'll be coming something like this, maybe a little gift box. Ba-ba, 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 ba-ba.
What's the
part number on that is exactly what you think it is. NCP1 for nail clipping pliers 1.
They're not available yet, so don't go looking
No.
for them on our website or on the
Not
tool truck
available
or
yet.
anything.
But this shows you that we are working on them. They have a part number, and that's not going to change. NCP1 is and will stay the part number
We'll have
when
them
they do
around
come
New
out.
Year's.
We should have them around the end of the year, and they will be this color. They'll look just like this. We just have a few kinks that we're working out with it.
New year, new nails. Okay, everybody clip your nails.
All right, guy.
I gotta clip mine. This guy says, what I want is a big effing size, easy to read marking that I can actually see on the sockets. So, is this too small? Because it seems pretty large.
Well, that's not the marking they're looking for. They're looking for those markings. I mean, I
What are you talking about? It's the size. 14 millimeter, right
talking about the
there.
size or the part number?
Talking about the size.
Talking about the size call out? If you're talking about the size call out, that's plenty big. I don't think that's too small. But if you're talking about the part number...
Yeah, he says, I absolutely cannot see the size labels on my Snap-ons. They are very bad.
Oh, the size label. Yeah, that's plenty. Our call outs are plenty big.
Put a big label so us old guys can see what it is.
Yeah, that's plenty big for a socket. This is not that big of a socket either. That's a decent size. But if you think it's too small, let us know. I might not agree with you, but your opinion's worth looking at.
Should we just mark the entire socket with the size? Okay. VHC77 is the best bit set possibly ever made. I agree. That being said, I'm a marine mechanic. Space in my tool bag is important. If we already own the VHC77, can we just buy the new, smaller case? Yes. This is something that when we read last week, we thought, you know what, yeah, a lot of people are going to want smaller cases. So we're going to bring a few of them in, just the case empty.
They're not here yet, that being said.
They're not here yet because this was just last week. But we're going to bring a few of the cases in empty so that if you guys want to switch everything over to the smaller case, the more toolbox-friendly case, you can. And when we have them, we'll obviously say it here, and they'll be on our website.
Boom.
Okay, mystery box winners. Maybe I missed it in the video. That's going to be at the beginning of the month.
Beginning of the month for last month's winner. That's how that's going to work.
Yeah, so they haven't
We
been,
haven't had it for a while.
they haven't been announced yet.
We will announce
You
it
haven't missed
in
it.
November, which we'll probably have to film right before we leave for SEMA.
Yeah.
So get your entries in earlier rather than later, because we're probably going to have to film that around the 24th or so.
Yep. That's it for questions.
That's it?
Yeah.
You forgot one, and it's about the toolkit small enough to fit in the saddle of a motorcycle. Now, we actually had that in mind when we made this guy. I'm not going to show you what it is yet because it's not completed, and we haven't completely decided what we're going to include in it, but it is going to be tight access, and it's going to fit compactly in this little case so that you can have a full kit in your saddlebag in your motorcycle. Now, it's not made specifically for that, but it definitely works for that.
Yeah. And if you're a dealer and you've been to any of the shows recently, you've seen what's in this case.
Oh, yeah.
And if you're going to be to SEMA, if you're going to be at SEMA, you'll see what's in this case.
That is some added bonus to come see us.
But I really think that this is going to be one of those products that is
Huge.
huge. This is not it. I think it's going to be really popular, and you guys are really going to like what comes in this case. So stay tuned. Do you know when we're going to have these?
Huge, but small. What?
You know when we're going to have these?
I don't know yet.
Okay. So you want to start?
All right, so we're going to start with a new body shop item today. That is the DHP1, the door hanger pin pack. It's a 6-pack, comes with these guys, and I'll show you a closer look at what they actually look like. These are them. Pretty neat. A lot of you, I'm assuming, can figure out what these are for, but if you can't, they are going to go in lieu of these screws. When you take off the door of a car with the hinge, you put these bad boys on the screw holes. 2 of them will hold a 250-pound door, no problem. So you screw one in on the top, one in on the bottom. You can align the hinge onto the actual pins here, and this little slot is actually there so that the door will sit and not fall off while you're moving around and working on it, so that you can go put the other 2 screws in, remove these, and then put the actual screws in place of it, so that one person can put a door back on the vehicle as opposed to 2 people or needing a much bigger machine or bigger stand to do this.
One of those
That's more
like rolling
expensive.
door
Exactly,
holders.
the installers.
So
This is going to be a cheaper option as well as a more convenient option because it's not something that takes up a lot of space in your shop. And if you overhand tighten it and you can't get it off, or if you want to tighten it more because you're worried about it falling off, we conveniently added a hex. A female hex, right, if you could see it. Right in there, so that you can actually, you have a different method of taking it off or tightening it than just your hand. Even though it is knurled, so you can kind of get some grip on it. But that is basically the gist of this kit. We have them in stock here soon, the DHP1.
That's one of those items that a body shop owner came up with.
Developed and asked us to help him bring it to market, which is what we do.
It was his idea. He came to us, said this would be really great because I can just hang a door on it and then put my fasteners in the other side. So then I can take them out and it would be really easy. We came up with designs. We released it.
So a shop owner who's a hard worker decided, hey, I need this to make my life easier. I think it's a good idea and I think other shops can, benefit from it. That's what this is. It is what we do. We bring good ideas to light and we help market it to the masses so that they can get paid for their ideas, and all these other techs that need something like this can get a good idea like that to use and make their life easier.
And if you have an idea, you can fill out the Inventor application on our website, and we review all of them. And if we decide to move forward with it, we will let you know.
Now, that's not to say that every single application on there is going to get moved forward with. It's just you get a lot of different interesting ideas a lot of the times. A lot of times they're great ideas, but sometimes they're far-fetched.
Well, a lot of ideas are great until it comes to manufacturing it.
And how expensive it is and how
there
difficult it's
are-
going to be to sell.
There are limits, which
Also,
is something I had to come to terms with, because for me, I'm like, why can't we make this do like this movement or do that? And they're like, you can't manufacture it.
unless you have, $1 million laying around
Yeah.
to pay for all this new machinery that needs. But that being said, the ideas none of them are overlooked. They're all looked at in depth. Some of them, we've gotten some that have been around for years already, but people don't realize it. Either way, send your ideas in. We will review them. If they're something that we think we can make you some money and we can also help other techs in the process, we will do it.
Well, yeah, that's the thing, is that nobody knows better than the techs that are working in the shop
Exactly.
every single day.
You all have
And
ideas. We're here to listen to them.
You guys probably every day have some type of instance where you're like, why isn't there something for this? You can come to us for that, and if we decide to move forward with it, if it's an idea that is something that we can do, you can make your own life better because because
You
we
can
pay
benefit from
royalties
it.
on the products that sell.
Anywho, enough of that.
One of the most successful items that an inventor came to us with.
Or magnetic rails. He's not lying about that. That was an idea of an aviation tech out of O'Hare. He created this idea, brought it to us. We mass produced it, and we to this day still pay him on it. And it is by far our largest volume.
A lot of them.
And it is. He's not the only one. There's a lot of those, and you can be one of them. Anyways, which brings us to our next product I want to show. Magrails. These guys right here, this is just our 8-inch versions of them. We have all of them coming, but we have a few questions we want to ask you guys about, the layout of them. So obviously the yellow is here to stay. What do you guys think about it? Unfortunately, if you don't like it, too bad. They're coming. The purple will also be coming, which is obviously the middle guy, and that is already done. You guys have said you liked it. They're coming in. Just wait for them. And then the question we do have is we're trying to figure out which pink to go with. It's going to be between the,
Magenta
it's like a fuchsia
and the lighter pink.
and then exactly. It's like a Power Ranger pink and a fuchsia pink.
So if you like this one, comment right. If you like this one, comment left.
Sure.
Because we can't decide between the two.
We're trying to figure out which one we should come. I personally think that for pink, I think we have a red, so that's too close to it. I like this for pink. But that's just me.
This one is definitely more pink.
So if you're going to do pink,
It's definitely more
So
pink.
let us know what you guys think before we make a bunch of them and bring them out. Because we want to know your input before we make them. And we're thinking about making jobber packs to include all the colors. So a tech or a dealer can just buy one of each color in any size so that they can have all of them, see which one they like more, and then order more of those.
Yeah, check out the logo on the front now. And the sides have been rounded off, so there's no
cutting.
sharp edges. Because when these things are really strong, so if you don't have a lifter pin, you have to
And they bite.
You have to pinch from the sides
bite.
and pull up. So the softer edge makes that a little easier. They're
But-
too strong.
That is our spiel on the Magrails. Let us know what you think. I know you guys love them. Tell us what colors you want. All right.
And if you're a dealer and you have one of the Magrail displays on your truck, we're gonna do a display with new colors.
Yes, the
Soon.
displays eventually will have all the colors to offer so that you can have literally one of each on your truck. And then you refill as needed depending on what customers buy. It's pretty easy, simple.
Bing, bang, boom.
Pretty simple process. All right. One more magnetic product I want to talk about.
I love this thing.
What is it? What does it do? I bet you don't. Anyways. Boom. Anywho.
Come on.
What I am here asking you before we bring, because they are coming, but what I'm here to ask you about this product is, A, the shape of it. Do you even give a crap if it's rounded, hex, triangled, squared? Do you care? Does it matter? Does it make a difference to you as a tech or as a dealer? I think,
Hex makes the most sense.
or rounded, what the hell's the difference? That's what I get. I don't think there's a difference. Again, I'm not a tech. So you tell me, is there a difference in the shape of the actual magnet? Do you care? You just want something that's strong. I want to know that, A. B, We have plans for the 3/8, the half, and the 3/4 version of these to come out. And the original design is that they are going to be sitting on lifts so that, you know, they're right next to your work area. So you're taking them off, putting them back on, whatever, and you're not going back and forth to your toolbox or wherever else you keep your ratchets. The other question I had, this could also be used on the side of a toolbox so that you're not taking up space inside of your toolbox. So that bears the question, do we need a 1/4-inch version as well? Or are you good leaving those ratchets in your box and you don't really want to buy another magnet for a 1/4-inch ratchet to go outside?
I would think if I'm going to hang my 1/2 inch, my 3/8 on the side of my toolbox, I'm going to want the 1/4 inch.
But you're
right
hanging
next to it.
them not for aesthetic. You're hanging them for space in your drawer. And 1/4-inch
No,
really
okay.
doesn't take
It
up
starts
as much
out
space.
as space, and then it turns into aesthetic.
Well, it's good
Because
that I'm
it's
not
kind of
asking you.
It's kind of a customized.
Asking them.
Well, hold on. Let me just tell me if you agree. Is that not true? Yes, it saves space, but you also want it to be aesthetic. So you want the 1/4, 3/8, 1/2 inch next to each other.
You done? Okay. So, A, tell me the shape. Do you care about the shape? If you do, what shape would you prefer and why? B, do you think we should come out with a 1/4-inch one that will be used, because you don't really put that on a lift, but it would be used for the side of your box. Do you think we should have all 4 sizes? Would you use this in your box or on the side of your box, or would you stick it on a lift? What would you be using it for? Let us know.
I'd use it for both.
You wouldn't use it for shit 'cause you're not dead.
Well,
Anyways.
I'm just saying, if it was on the side of my toolbox and I have to walk over to a lift, I would just grab it off with a magnet and then go stick it on the lift while I'm working. And then when I need the ratchet, just pull it off. And that magnet is strong enough. Put it on here.
This guy's got a lot of opinions.
That magnet is strong enough so that you can pull this off and the magnet won't come with it. So you don't have to worry about the magnet.
And that's on a thin little junky board thing we got here, not an actual thick lift. Because
Yeah.
obviously magnets work because they're as strong as what you stick them to. So, that being said, they're strong magnets.
No part number yet, but that thing is sweet, and we're going to have it soon.
Yes, we are. So, let us know about those questions. On to the next product, Michael, because we're running late. Or long.
Okay, this is the DD
FR11.
FR11. This is a finger ratchet, okay? So just like a little...
Why would you ever need that, you'd ask?
So there are 2 snap rings on the inside so that you can use this with dual drive sockets on either side. So now, bam.
Now that's a stubby 10 millimeter if I've ever seen one.
If you got to get somewhere, obviously it doesn't provide much torque. You don't have any leverage at all.
No.
But if you just got to run something out and it's in a very tight space where only your hand fits, you go. Whoosh.
Exactly. It's not so much for this type of tight, like, how do I put this? It's not so much for low profile, even though it is. It's more so for an area where a actual handle sticking out does not work. Your hand can fit in, but an actual ratchet sticking out really makes it difficult. That's where this comes into play.
Right, and I'm sure there are many other spaces that you guys can think of. But, so, yeah, it's not reversible. You just put it on the other side. And it is locking on that dual drive system because of the snap rings on the inside, if you can see them there. So that's DDFR11, and it's very fun to play with. When will we have these?
We'll probably have them in the next month or so. But that being said, thinking about running tool truck promos. So look on your tool trucks first, because they're most likely going to have some type of promotion involving dual drive and these guys. Check them out. What do we have next? Next, this is a prototype project that we're considering bringing in. We want to know what you think.
Okay, so this is for body clips, and these are indexing jaws so that you can have these at any angle. You can have it at that angle. You can have it...
You get 6 different angles with the
horizontal.
indexing.
Bam.
So you bend 90 degree, 45 degree, whatever you need. It has 180 degrees a turn so that you can get 6 different angles on your body clip pliers. It's essentially a multi-tool, so you don't have to buy a bunch of different ones. Anywho, is that everything we have?
That's everything.
I think we ran out. Remember, enter in to win your Tool Tuesday giveaway, because we are going to have to film that around the 25th of this month. So the sooner the better. Those last 5 days are kind of null and void because I'm complete transparency. We're leaving for SEMA, and if we want that to be released at the beginning of November, we'll be gone, so we have to film that the 25th-ish. So get all your entries in. Tell your friends, friends that'll give you the giveaway stuff. Whatever you got to do, get entered if you're not entered already. And I think that's all we got.
If you're going to be at SEMA, our booth number is 38177.
38177.
So come see us. We're not going to be on the Apex side. We're going to be on the...
We'll be in the tools and equipment section upstairs in the, I want to say South Hall. No, or the North Hall. Tools and equipment section upstairs is what it is.
Yeah, so come see us to see everything that we're going to have that's new and upcoming. We have a lot of stuff
You
that
shouldn't
you
be able
guys
to miss us this
probably
year.
have
We're going to
never
have a big
seen.
old thing up there with the circle and the letters and the marketing.
We got one of the... Yeah, we got one of those hangers that hang off the ceiling with the big letters and whatnot.
Yeah, one of them guys. One of the eyes up
we've
there.
never had one of those before. We feel official. And it'll
cool.
be very hard to miss us. So
We'll be
just
there.
look for it.
We may have some fun giveaways.
We'll definitely have
Come see
giveaways.
us.
We bring so many giveaways and stuff to every show. But only
If anything, come and say hi. If you want to just stop by and say hi. If you want us to run around the table and show you everything, we can do that too. It's our job.
We'll give you the full spiel. It takes about 30 minutes, but
You
you'll
think I
enjoy
talk
it.
a lot on here.
Yeah, there's a whole spiel. We can take you around the whole booth, and you'll get to see everything.
The whole shabam. All right. Anywho, that's it for today.
Yep. If you have any questions, leave it in the comment section. Follow us on Instagram, follow us on TikTok, follow us here on YouTube, and we will see you next Tuesday.
We will be back.